Welcome to News from the Sound, a weekly cooperative effort between Brantford Community Television and the Sound newspaper. I'm Nicole Ball. Here are the Brantford highlights from the Sound's February 18th issue. If you're a fan of blues music, a fan of Travis Moody, or a fan of both, don't miss the benefit concert Blues for Moody this Sunday at Cafe 9 in New Haven. Moody, the Brantford worker who was shocked on the job back in early January, has been recovering from injury since the accident, but still has mounting medical costs. Moody, well known in the local music scene and member of the Moody Blossom Band, will be joined by fellow musicians including B. Willie Smith Band, George Baker, the Bernadettes, the Manchurians, the Cobalt Rhythm Kings, and more. Tickets are available ahead of time at Cafe 9 and can be purchased online at www.bluesformoody.com. As you know, the Tabor decision results are in, and it's good news for Brantford. The Sound's Pam Johnson brings you the whole story, including feelings from First Selectman Anthony DeRoss, who says of the potential rehearing, it's time to move on. Brantford native Steve Kudjma spends his vacation sleeping on air mattresses between church pews and building shelters for needy families, making him a good candidate for Person of the Week. Steve is part of a local, non-denominational youth mission, and he plans to take a group of 50 teens down to New Orleans with the First Congregational Church to help rebuild the 9th Ward. His mission needs $40,000, and Kudjma will be holding a fundraiser on February 20th at North Brantford Congregational Church, featuring an international dinner. For tickets, call 203-488-8456. The first annual Coat and Blanket Drive, sponsored by ExploreBrantford.com, Lenny's Restaurant, and Bevix Moving and Storage, was a huge success. With the support of many neighborhood volunteers, more than 1,050 coats, 225 blankets, toys, hundreds of hats, mittens, and gloves, and bags of clothing and accessories and toiletries were collected. Donations were brought to the Brantford Clothing Bank and Columbus House in New Haven for distribution. In sports, last week, the Brantford cheerleading team entered the Southern Connecticut Conference Championship with its sights set on claiming a 5th straight SEC co-ed title. Not only did they succeed, but the Hornets also saw senior Erica Christian and junior Anthony Carroll earn all SEC honors, a brand new award for the sport. The entire team was presented with the Meet Spirit Award. The theme of Brantford's routine was the 1987 film Dirty Dancing. The Brantford boys hoops dropped a close one to Hampden, losing to the Green Dragons 46-41. Brantford held a 40-36 advantage when Taylor Sullivan hit a jumper with 4 minutes and 40 seconds to play. But with 34 seconds left, Hampden led with a score of 44-41. In the Shelton game earlier in the week, junior Kyle Nolan had 15 points with 14 rebounds and 5 assists to help give Brantford the win. The Brantford team also outscored the East Haven Yellow Jackets in an earlier game. The Brantford girls basketball team earned a pair of victories last week, beating Shelton 67-51 and West Haven 57-41 as the Hornets raised their record 15-4. Courtney Schisler scored a season-high total of 31 points with 5 rebounds against Shelton, and then against West Haven, Molly Paranda had a monster game by scoring 22 with 9 rebounds, 5 blocks, and 5 steals to guide the Hornets on senior night. In track, junior Quishan Sharp finished 2nd in the long jump and 6th in the high jump to lead the Brantford boys indoor track team at the Class M championship last week. The Hornets came in 11th place. For the Hornets girls, who came in 15th place, Ali Kolenko placed 5th in the 1,000 and Emily Arsenal finished 4th in the 3,200. Brantford resident Travis Hurd, who is our sports person of the week, will play halfback at the University of Rhode Island this coming fall. Travis had 2 solid seasons at halfback for Notre Dame West Haven football team before jumping to Cheshire Academy, where he rushed for 920 yards with 12 touchdowns. URI is Division I AA. In living this week, you might be surprised to learn that the bald eagle is back. Bring your eagle eyes to the Connecticut River Valley, where in February and March, the bald eagle from the north migrates here to join our area's handful of resident eagles. Join the Connecticut River Museum in Essex, who are running a multi-event Eagle Watch 2010, where you can observe the birds of prey from land and boat. If you're looking for something to do and want some opinions, read Amy J. Berry's review of Compulsion, now playing at the Yale Repertory Theater, and this week's movie review featuring the somewhat predictable Dear John. Our living section columns include A la Carte, where chili is on the menu thanks to writer Lee White, and Leah Lopez Schmaltz reviews Madison Art Society's 115 art pieces and this week's installment of On Exhibit. Also check online at zippo6.com, click on Branford, and click on the columns under Living to find our web-only columns, Discuss It with a Designer, and Ask a Renovator. Also online, see Branford Fire Department training blogs and photos submitted by community contributor Rick Hart, Captain and Training Officer of the Branford Fire Department, and some community-added snow day photos and video. And this week on the web, find stories about people in the community who are up to some good. Bill Van Wilgen becomes an honorary member of the Branford Garden Club. The Shoreline Business League of Connecticut donates money and turkeys to the Branford Food Council. A&P stuffed a bus with hundreds of pounds of holiday food in support of the Branford Food Council. And Walsh Intermediate School's second quarter honor roll are all online now. And that's it for the Sound this week. We'll see you next week.